Your picture as sideways?
15 seconds.
Oh, do you not want it sideways?
Could you just... No, it's fine. It's just you're sideways because the camera's locked. Just turn it sideways again and then vertical again.
6,
Look at what you're putting down.
3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, welcome back. We're just getting our way through hour 2 here on a Woman Wednesday edition of Liquid Lunch on BizTV. I'm John Tobacco. We are coming to you live as we do every day, noon to 2, and we are kicking it real today, a whopper of a Woman Wednesday, might I add. Michelle Eskenazi, the bail bond queen, was with us, and Christy Lombardo was just with us from Freshy Fair, where they make some delicious keto, collagen, and vegan gluten-free treats. And we talked about how she got that kicked off just before quarantine, how things are going now. And another great friend of ours joins us right now. Amy Bursor is with us. She's quite the celebrity in her own right, and she's a model, actress, all this other stuff. But more importantly, right now, focusing on her work as the founder of Paws Kitchen and pet nutrition. Amy, thank you for joining us from the lake. I see you brought a little pet with you also, which is nice. So tell us a little bit about Paws. I know I spoke to you and Corey about it, and you guys were just kind of testing it out, getting things going, finding new recipes, and then all of a sudden, pandemic hit. But what made you start Paws Kitchen in the first place?
Well, we started Paws Kitchen after both of our dogs had gotten sick. Lucy here, she was diagnosed with cancer 4 years ago and had to have her leg amputated. And our other dog, Pike, had pancreatitis, and he was throwing up on a near daily basis. So we took a look into what's actually in the food that we're feeding them. And it's actually horrifying what's in commercial pet food. So I became a pet nutritionist, and we developed recipes with other leading pet nutritionists and came up with a great recipe that both our dogs love, because our one dog is insanely picky. And now we have Paws Kitchen pet food. We have a gluten-free chicken pasta recipe, and we have a beef stew recipe. And we've also launched into quarantine. Has been crazy, but it's got us baking. I've been baking, which is so weird. I'm like turning into like a domesticated person.
Wow. That's not I've never heard of dog baking before, but I mean, hey, it's definitely original. So let me ask you this, because maybe, I know there's a lot of dog lovers. We had Carla Marino on last week. She's the founder of the Near and Far Animal Rescue, and we know there's a lot of dog lovers pet lovers that watch the show. But just so people maybe think a little more about giving their pet something real healthy, like you guys make at Paws, what are some of the disgusting things that you find in traditional dog food?
Oh my God. Like the companies, it's all self-regulated by the big food, like dog food companies. So they make the rules on what they can put in dog food, and they're legally allowed to put so many carcinogens in these dog foods. And they can get their meats from anywhere, and they don't really need to disclose where they're coming from. So they can take dead and rotting farm animals, like all the parts of meats from the plants that, are like the cutoffs that we won't eat. Those get scraped up off the floor, and those get put in dog food. It's all byproducts and fillers and things that aren't really species appropriate, like corn and just things that you just wouldn't eat yourself.
Yeah, so one of the things, I mean, I'm not a great dog whisperer. My kids have a dog. He loves me. I love him. I know how to pet dogs when I first see them, so they leave me alone. But I have personally have a real issue with a dog's nose touching my skin anywhere. I don't know. It's like a Howie Mandel phobia, to get that wet, moisture nose on my hand. I get skeeved out about it. But I love dogs. But I read somewhere that the byproducts from chickens, like the beaks and the feet and the claws, are grinded up into like powder and used as chicken in dog food.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be like an insane person to be able to comprehend these dog food labels because it's all in the writing and they get really creative with like the legal writing of it. Like if if a package says like with chicken, that doesn't even mean that there needs to be chicken in the food. Like they only have maybe 3% out of the whole bag is made out of actual chicken. It could be fillers like corn and rice and all these other like things. But even like it'll say beef flavor, it's just flavored like beef. It's not actually beef in the food you're feeding your dog. So that's why we wound up developing these recipes because I personally, vet bills are expensive. And I'm very fortunate that I have pet insurance and was able to take care of Lucy and have her surgery done. But I don't know if I didn't have insurance, I don't know what I would have done because it was upwards of $10,000 to get her leg amputated.
Wow.
And it kind of makes you think that if I had been feeding her good, nutritious food all along, would this have happened?
Now, my buddy and your longtime companion, Corey, is the host of the quickly growing Basic Seltzer show. Are you guys working on any hard seltzers or anything that the dogs might be able to drink, or that's out of bounds?
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't know. I know some people, I've heard, some people are using different types of things when they want the dog to be a little calmer to tranquilize them, like they sprinkle a little CBD in their food. Can you sprinkle a little hard seltzer in there? Does that work or no?
Alcohol's not actually good for pets, but I actually have been tossing around the idea of doing a recipe with CBD. I've been using CBD now with Lucy for her back legs and her joints because she's getting a little bit older. And it actually seems to be helping her. So it's kind of something that we're going to expand and look into in the future.
I've been hearing about that. So let me ask you this. You're one of the first women in your field. Oh, look at the boxes are beautiful too. I didn't see that new packaging. We have a picture of a box with the doggy popping out of it. But you're one of the first women in your field, and you know I asked you to come on because it's Women Wednesday, and I like to highlight the perspective of women. I feel like women are more organized, women are more determined in a lot of instances. Men are like alpha. Like if they can't slam the square peg in the round hole after 3 slugs, then they go on to the next square peg, and women kind of stay on path. How did you? I know you were starting this right before the pandemic. How have you kept the business focused and actually growing new products during the pandemic?
Well, it really made us think and take a look at the way our business was working and what people's lives were like during the pandemic. We were all home and I was, basically my acting work all dried up. So I was like, I don't have a steady income coming in. So I needed to rethink the way the business was run and make a few more products that were a little more accessible to more people. Like we now have a trial pack and we have our topper plan, which is like, you don't have to sign up for a monthly. You can just go on and it's 14 packs of our dog food, whichever flavor you choose. Ooh. And it's just one set price and you can buy it as you need it and use it as you choose. You can either feed your dog a full meal with it, or you could just use it and mix it in with our dry dog food and use it how you choose. And it's a little bit more cost effective for people. So
I'm looking at a photo here of, it looks like 2 milk bones with some peanut butter in between and some chocolate drizzlings on top. It reminds me of like Vienna fingers, the little cookies. What are those that I'm looking at?
Yes. Well, I was telling you, we started baking and I started doing cakes. So ever since I got Lucy, I've been one of those dog moms that I celebrate her birthday. And even more so now that she's a cancer survivor, I figure every year we get with her is a celebration. So I started making cakes and they came out super cute because they're tie-dyed. And we also do a line of treats now because the commercial dog treats there's nothing good in them for your dogs. And the shelf life, they can last from now till eternity. So we started making really healthy treats with all human grade stuff in it. Like there's whole wheat flour, there's peanut butter, there's chicken stock. Like we've
Those
got a whole
look. I'm a big cookie freak. Those looked edible for me. Like, are those human edible
Actually-
too, or no?
You mentioned that, but we actually have another one that's bacon and cheddar biscuit, and I actually had to keep like swatting Corey out of the kitchen because he kept trying to eat all the treats on me.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Is Corey your cameraman today?
He is. That's why it's a little like shaky.
I was gonna say, from what I understand, you're the primary camera person for the Basic Seltzer Show, Corey's Seltzer Show.
I never get any credit.
Right, and I'm telling you,
everything.
you're steady, like you're steady Eddie, even rocking in a boat. You know, this guy, we got to work on it. We got to work on camera. He's great, but we got to work on his camera skills.
I know. I'm working on teaching him. I'm trying to get him to be able to take photos first, and then we'll move on to videos.
All right.
One step at a time.
All right, that's Amy Bursor, and my buddy Corey Windlespecht is on the camera today. Amy's the founder of Paws Kitchen. You got to check it out if you want some healthy foods that'll keep your dog happy and nutritionally complete. Amy, thank you so much. We got to have you on again soon.
Yes, definitely. It was
All
great.
right,
Thank
we'll
you so much.
Talk to you soon. That's Amy Bursor and Corey behind the camera. Quick break. News of the day right after this.